Good morning and welcome to my kitchen. It's time for another episode from our new book, Peter Sidwell's Kitchen. Now this one is taken from the chapter Dad's Dinners. It is not a pot noodle. My daughter Poppy absolutely loves a pot noodle and I thought, you know what, I can make a better one. I've taken the challenge on to feed the teenager and beat the instant pot noodle. So tune in if you want to know how to make not a pot noodle. Right, okay, so onion. We're going to basically dice an onion nice and fine. Okay? So I've taken on the challenge to try and make a better pot noodle. Sorry, Golden Wonder, but it has to be done. We'll give it a try. I feel like I might be on a hiding to nothing with a teenager, Carlos. What do you reckon?
Yeah, absolutely.
You never know. She's got quite a good palate, my kid. She surprises me sometimes. Christmas Day, she ate fillet steak, medium rare, with Brussels sprouts and red wine sauce. She could have bowled me over with a feather. I couldn't believe it. Right. So this is going to kind of be the base for our flavour. So, pan is on and hot and ready to cook, as always. Let's get a little bit of olive oil in there. Get the whole thing going. A little bit of salt, as always. That will draw the moisture out and help the onions cook nice and evenly. So, what I'll do as well is I'll get Carlos to put the ingredients down this side for you so that you get all the ingredients and then you can watch how I make it. But if you actually want the recipe, you need to buy the book. Sorry. So type new book into the comments, it'll launch into Facebook Messenger, follow the instructions, and it will take you to our website where you can order the book, but you'll be able to get it in your own bookstore as well. So it's going to be everywhere, but if you want it signed and a personalized message, which I'm very happy to do for you, you need to order it on our website. So, in with our onions. We've got loads of recipes coming this year, all taken from our new book. So it is going to be a non-stop culinary journey throughout the year from the book. I'm really looking forward to being able to just cook the recipes and really bring them to life. So if you've got a favourite recipe that you'd love to see, that you think might be in the book, just let me know. Right, onions in. So, some curry powder. Just a standard supermarket curry powder. We're not going too complex as we are trying to replicate a pot noodle. And then we want some turmeric. That'll give us a lovely golden yellow colour. And then some cumin. That'll give us some depth, some ground cumin. There we go. Right, let's give that a cook. Let's get the heat up and we'll start to cook that down. Now, while that's doing, I've actually got my noodles. I've already cooked them. They're already soaked. And the way that I do that is I just pour boiling water, cover the noodles and leave them to stand for about 30 minutes and they just soften. And the heat of the sauce will heat those noodles up sufficiently. So you can just put them in the bowls and it's ready to go.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. It's as easy as boiling the kettle and pouring it in. No, it's not quite. But it's going to taste better. Promise you. Okay. Right, onions are just softening down nicely now. So what we're going to add is some ingredients you might not expect. So, in with a bit of peanut butter. That's going to give us a really nice richness. Okay?
Would you use like a soft peanut butter or crunchy?
Well, I am using crunchy because that's what I've got. But you can use any. It doesn't matter. Whichever you've got. And then a little bit of honey on there. Okay. That goes in. And then I've got chicken stock. I've got coconut milk. And I've got some light soy sauce. All of which is going to go in. Just check the ingredients list that I've given you. and that'll tell you what you need to put in. Okay. So I've got some coconut milk here, which we're going to get in there. That'll give it a really nice creaminess. Get that in. And then in with our chicken stock. If you wanted to make this vegetarian, obviously swap out the vegetarian stock for vegetarian stock. That's absolutely fine. I've actually got some leftover cooked chicken as well, which I'm going to add to this because I know Poppy likes that. But you don't have to. You know, you can make it as vegetarian as you like. It doesn't matter. So what we're going to do is we're just going to bring this up to the boil. We're going to season it with light soy. It's not a dark soy kind of dish, this. It would be a bit too heavy, a bit too salty if you used dark soy. Whereas with light, it's got a slight... I used to love dark soy sauce, and I've kind of changed to light. I feel like it's better. So I'm a bit of a convert there. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to bring this up to the boil. I want to simmer this for about 5 to 10 minutes. And then it'll be ready to taste. We're going to taste it. We're going to adjust the seasoning, make sure it's right for us. And then we're ready to serve. Right, that's just simmering away. It's time to add just the last couple of ingredients. I've got a garlic clove. So just crush it. Unwrap the skin away. It's the easiest way, to be honest, I think. And then we'll just run our knife through that. And then run our knife again, because I'm not going to blend this sauce. You could if you wanted to. Absolutely fine, no problem with that at all. But I'm not going to. I'm going to leave it sort of a more coarse texture. So in with my garlic. And then I've got some very young sort of fresh ginger here. It's not got a thick old skin, so I'm just going to chop it. Leave the outer skin. Ginger and garlic will just give it a really good depth of flavour. It's really good for you as well. So we're going to chop it into little matchsticks. Once you've got it all into little matchsticks, and then bundle it all together, turn it the other way, like so, and then just run a nice sharp knife through that so that you end up with really nice little fine dice. There we go. Let's put that to one side. And then pop that in. Any of your excess ginger, pop it into a mug with a slice of lemon, pour some water from the kettle, and you've got a lovely winter drink that'll be super good for you, especially if you've got a cold. A hot toddy without the whiskey, I think they call it. So I'm just going to let that come up to the boil now, and then we'll simmer that for about 10 minutes, and then we are ready to serve. Right, I've just tasted this sauce. I'm just going to taste it one more time. Check it for seasoning. Poppy's had a try as well, and I think it's got the seal of approval. So, little bit more light soy. Because we put that honey and the peanut butter in, it's got that sort of slight sweet taste to it. You have to try this, Carl. I'll see what you think. Right, let me stir that in. Have you partaken in pot noodles in your time, Carlos, or not?
No.
I'm not a pot noodler, so I don't really have a reference point. But I think that tastes really, really good. Okay, so while it's ready, coriander. Now, coriander stalk has way more flavour than leaf, but leaf is really nice too. So, can you see this, Carlos?
Yeah.
See, there's stalk up to there. So I'm going to add the stalk into the sauce. But I didn't want to cook it and add it too early because I was going to kind of lose it. I still want that kind of freshness, okay? We're trying to improve the not a pot noodle. Or be inspired by, I guess. So, coriander stalk in there. Coriander leaf, I'm just going to run my knife. I'm not chopping it, I'm just cutting it into little bits, okay? Because that's going to make it really light and fragrant and delicious. And then I've got spring onion. I'm going to add this in, but raw, okay? I'm not going to cook it at all. So chop the white really nice and fine. We'll get rid of that bit. And then the green as well, all of it, okay? So you're gonna get that kind of crisp crunch flavor. So give that a good mix. We'll put that there, that is ready. And then I have got some leftover roast chicken here. Okay, so this is kind of perfect to use up leftovers, I think. So we're just gonna slice some chicken. You don't have to add chicken if you don't want to. That's not a problem. And then we'll just sit that there. So now we are ready to serve. Okay, so I have got, let's go with this one, shall we, Carlos?
Yep.
So let's add some spring onions to this. Let's add a little bit of coriander to this. Let's add some of our chicken. This is going to be absolutely perfect. Okay. And then we will take our lovely sauce. Okay. Let's put that to one side. Let's see if I've got a ladle. Right, let's get our sauce, bring it up to the boil. There we go, and then just serve that over the top. There we go. Plenty of that sauce. Okay, and the residual heat on this is actually going to warm the chicken up. I'm just going to put a little bit more on there as well now. A little bit more of that spring onion and coriander. And there you go. That is how you make my not a pot noodle. I'm going to give it a little taste before I take it off to the teenager and see what she thinks. I'll tell you what, that is not too shabby, that. Oh yeah. Not a pot noodle is good. Look, if you want the recipe, type new book in the comments below. It will launch into Facebook Messenger, follow the instructions, and it'll take you to my new recipe book. You can pre-order it, or you can order it depending on when you're watching, and it'll be signed, personalized, and sent straight to you. Thank you very much for watching, and please like and share this video. If you're on Facebook, the new book will work. If you're in YouTube or you're on Instagram or TikTok or anything like that, just get yourself to the website, petersidwell.com. You will find all the information there. Thank you very much, and make sure you share this recipe.